The Self-Made Men. By Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass. Born as Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey, was an American social reformer, abolitionist, orator, writer, and statesman born into slavery on the eastern shore of Maryland. He was of mixed race, likely included Native American and African. After escaping to the North in 1838, he took the surname Douglass. At the age of 6, he was separated from his grandparents and moved to the White House plantation, where Aaron Anthony was his master. He was taught alphabet by Sophia, his another master, Hugh Auld's wife, at the age of 12. He joined Methodist Church and became a licensed preacher in 1839. Best known work is his first biography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave, published in 1845. Died of heart attack on February 20, 1895. Self-Made Men. Self-Made Men is a lecture first delivered in 1859. He gives his definition of a self-made man. Douglass as a slave was not allowed to learn reading or writing. His literacy came once by an incident and then as a result of his persistence work to learn it. Douglass as a slave was owned by Aaron Anthony and Thomas Auld. This work takes a fresh look at his remarkable life and ideas and the enduring principles of equality and liberty. It illuminates his immense scholarship with his personal experiences. Summary. Douglass is a self-made man who demonstrates his life journey in which he creates his own character out of nothingness. He starts the lecture by saying that man is a topic which can be distinguishedly discussed. There are variety of attractive titles for men, such as great men, representative men, peculiar men, scientific men, literary men, successful men, men of genius and men of the world. Whatever titles are there does not matter when he is considered as a subject of thought and inquiry. The unsatisfied human curiosity makes the topic of man to be discussed. As a poet says, the proper study of mankind is man. The pleasure of knowledge is derived from the glimpse it gives us of our own nature. Though human have all kinds of encounters all over the world, his own wondrous attributes and powers surpasses them all. Human thought is broader than all visible worlds and deeper than all depths. The earnest desire of knowledge differentiate human from animals. Nothing other than man can bring happiness or misery to a man. The best man finds the evidence of kinship with the worst and the worst with the best. Man is a prolific constitutor of manners, morals, religions, and governments. In man there exists the power, thought and feeling to be discovered, explored, and glorified. As Emerson declared that it is natural to believe in great man, we believe in the visible God of New Testament and make him our leader, prophet, preacher, and lawgiver. We worship the great man and consider him as an image of justice and mercy. Douglass is not intended to discuss the great man but to discuss a peculiar type of manhood, a self-made man. He says that there is no such self-made man, as we are all the result of some acquisitions obtained from others. Though humans are different as the waves, they are same as sea. At first Douglass explains who are self-made man. He says the self-made man is the one who with difficulties and without help attained knowledge and learned from themselves to build up a worthy character. Such kind of men suffered a lot and struggled hard to achieve his education without any comfort. For them there is a genuine heroism and glory in their triumph. Next, Douglass says about the theory of self-made man. The various conditions and opportunities of human are of contrasts and contradictions. The natural laws of the government seem to be equal, but the subjects are bound in inequalities. The promise of youth often breaks down in manhood, and the real excellence often comes from unexpected quarters. He explains this as saying that 1,000 arrows are aimed at a point, but all will not strike the exact point. If a person tries to attain greatness, he may not reach the greatness but the classified conditions of greatness. He considers genius is often found by the wayside as a compensation in disappointment and promise to performance. Like the steel improved by laying on a damp ground, humanity which lays in the dust of neglect and poverty may retain the divine impulse of improvement and progress. The accident theory is among the popular theories of individual success, as he says about the apple which flung into many individuals, but the condition of a single person formulated a theory. Humans are stingy to praise their merit but found generous to praise the chance. He says that opportunity is important but exertion is indispensable, as luck is destined to vanish and wisdom of adapting becomes more manifest. Along with superstition came the fortune teller, but a wise man has little use of altars. He realizes that knowledge is obtained from study and wealth is secured by saving and battles are won by fighting. According to him, the lazy man is the unlucky man and the man of luck is the man of work. He quotes Shakespeare saying, "The fault of ours is not in our stars but in ourselves." He says about the poem of Paul Dunbar and the priest who pray for the wisdom and not instructing the congregation to strive to acquire knowledge. Only the hard work will lead to success, and there is no royal road to perfection. The man who will get up will be helped up, and the man who will not get up will be allowed to stay down. Personal independence is a virtue, and it is the soul out of which comes the sturdiest manhood. He states the examples of the opportunities provided for the Negroes in all honorable avocations. Industry is the superficial and invisible cause of success, but man, as Thackeray says, are about as lazy as they can afford to be. Necessity is not only the mother of invention, but the mainspring of exertion. To abandon work is not only to throw away the means of success, but it is also to part with the ability to work. Faithful, earnest, and protracted industry gives strength to the mind and facility to the hand, which leads to achievement. He says his theory of self-made man is simple, that they are men of work. The highest services to man and richest rewards to the worker is not conditioned only by physical power. He states Milton was blind and Montgomery was small and effeminate, but they achieved greatness. Orderly and systematic exercise of laborious exertion will ensure success by the power and influence that belong to habit. Another essential element to success is a commanding object and a sense of its importance. He says the industrious man finds real pleasure in the qualities and the quantities of his venture. The chief agent of success of self-made men is not luck but the honest toil. Toil and trust was the motto of John Quincy Adams, and his presidency proved its wisdom and truth. He indicates the contrast in Hugh Miller and Robert Burns. He states Abraham Lincoln as an example for self-made man. The industry is the most potent factor in the success of those self-made men whom he has stated as examples. He stated the inequalities found in the nation which were not obstacles of the men who put their hard labor to achieve success and greatness. He says that a self-made man is liable to contempt the ridiculous inequalities and educate the fellow beings to achieve greatness. For more videos, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.